Oh, sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready.
No matter what the technical difficulty is, this man is a professional. He goes all the way.
What you represent to them is freedom.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This
will allow me to retort. Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver of Common Sense show. 8 p.m. on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe. And I'm making sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover's here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to support the show or support SHR Media, go to Reaver.one and click on the shop button. How is everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm dreading Wednesday. I'll tell you that right now. I am dreading Wednesday. It's my birthday, and I'll be turning 45. God, where'd the years go? It just... Well, I'm going to admit something. I was bad. I didn't watch a lick of news all weekend. I didn't see any politics. I mean, I researched my material, but for the most part, I spent the time with family, played video games with my daughter, had fun. Me, my wife, my child, and myself, I should say, played Call of Duty. The three of us get going, and we team up and just go out and slaughter stuff as a family. I know it sounds pretty bad, but it's actually kind of fun. It is fun. It's just to see how things are going. Sorry, brain fart here. And I'm got a brain fart. I'm dealing with something personal right here real quick. All right. But the one thing I did here, I'm so sick of the fake news. The fake news. Oh, my God, the fake news. Harry Reid, the senile old bastard he is. I hate to say that because I do feel bad for the old man. But he went from, it is Russia that caused Hillary to lose, to the fake news caused Hillary to lose. No, it was Russia. No, it was the fake. I mean, the friggin' Democrats can't sit there and go, you know what? We had a shit candidate. We took the American people for granted. We're sorry. We will correct that immediately. We are doing a soul search. Nope, they want to make excuses upon excuses. And that's going to get them more losses. They've been doing this the last 8 years. and it's gotten them losses. Oh, God. Some reporter, Slate reporter, is complaining about Trump's victory tour. He's going to these states and thanking them. He's thanking them. I don't know any president has gone around and said thank you for trusting me and voting for me. But it's menacing and threatening to non-Trump supporters. Put your big boy panties on. It'll be okay. Oh, my God, the whining. The whining. Oh. It's... So, Populous Wilders, he's been convicted recently for basically saying mean things. He rises in the polls after his conviction. His poll numbers went up. People are tired of this shit. Our governments are not listening to the people. We are tired of the bullshit. Wow, we actually have a president that's looking at the cost overrun on all these military projects. Holy shit. Trump's now looking at the F-35 program, and it's out of control, which it is. Some of these companies, they bid so low, and then they go, God knows how much over the budget. And we keep going, okay, we'll do it. Sorry, I didn't mean to. If anybody heard me cough in your ear. Oh. It is just ridiculous what is going on nowadays. I'm serious. It's the excuses that come up. The excuses. Then we have a president that starts paying attention to the budget and the cost overrun of projects, and people complain about it. How do these people run their households? Seriously, how do they run their households? Oh, the left. Oh, my God, the anti-gunners. They're having brain aneurysms left, right, and center. It's friggin' funny. Brain aneurysms aren't funny, but watching these idiots totally lose it is. I mean, they're just... Well, we'll get more into that later. Well, let's get back to this fake news. And the one thing I hate is everybody's pointing the finger at each other right now. And it's... Well, I do believe it's the left. There's site after site after site, and it's one of those where we have the mighty left who's all upset and butthurt. Look what they're doing to us. And in the long run, it's them. It's the left that's doing a majority of it. I'm not saying there's not idiotic clickbait sites. Yes, there is. I know that. But guess what? Everybody has those nowadays. The left, the right. I don't like them. I know which sites to avoid when it comes to that. It's not that hard. It isn't. It's not hard to avoid. The click sites. It's not hard. It really isn't. But this fake news syndrome has exploded in usage since the election. But the term is a political label, such as terrorism, hate speech, because the phrase lacks any clear definition. If a site gets the news wrong information, oh my God, it's fake news. But we don't hear MSNBC admitting that they give out fake news after, Jesus, how many times did they put out the wrong information and purposely put out the wrong information? I mean, it's... Okay, it boggles my mind, makes me want my head to explode. But what they're doing it is making excuses. Excuses after excuses. But one of the most blatant example was the recent Washington Post article hyping a new anonymous group and its distinguishing blacklist of supposed pro-Russia news outlets. A shameful article mindlessly spread by countless journalists who love to decry fake news, despite the Post article itself being centrally based on fake news. The Post finally added a lame editorial note acknowledging these critiques. The Post editorial abruptly claimed that they did not mean to vouch for the validity of the blacklist, even though the article's key claim was based on doing exactly that. It makes me want to bang my head. Bang my head very hard. Definitely. Oh my God. And how much more do you have to slap them upside the head? Now we have an even more complexing example. Back in October, when WikiLeaks was releasing emails from John Podesta's archive, Clinton campaign officials and their media spokesman adopted a strategy of outright lying to the public, claiming with no basis whatsoever that the emails were doctored and fabricated and thus should be ignored. That lie, and that is what it is, a claim made with knowledge of its falsity or reckless disregard for its truth, was most egregiously amplified by the MSNBC personalities such as Joy Ann Reid, Malcolm Nance, and some others. Because you want to know how I know that it was an outright lie? Because WikiLeaks also released the key code on the header. With that key code, you can go to a Google site and confirm the validity of any email. If you have that key code, you can confirm the validity. That's simple. And guess what? They were able to. And they confirmed the validity of those emails. But, the big but, they would never. Yeah, that was, nope. They kept going with a lie, even though they got proven that it's a lie. drives me up a wall because it is the truth. And this fake news is nothing more than to deflect off of them getting their ass kicked. I love how they're backing this recount that's based off of the machines were hacked. They were hacked. I'm telling you, they were hacked. But yet, there's zero proof, and they even admit they have no proof or ability to prove that they were hacked. Oh, I think we're going to take a break from the fake news because it's really getting annoying, but I know we're going to be coming back to it later on. But let's go to Reed, because now he has a new blame game. Remember, he's blamed Russia. He's blamed the fake news. Now, he's blaming Comey, the new J. Edgar Hoover. On Saturday's broadcast of MSNBC's AM Joy, Senate Minority Leader Harry Reid accused FBI James Comey of withholding information regarding Russia's interference in the 2016 election from the American people and said Comey is the new J. Edgar Hoover, lit the country down for partisan purposes, and that Comey should resign and be investigated by the Senate. Well, you know what, Harry Reid? Yes, Comey should be investigated. Yes, he should. I believe he should be investigated because he gave a case on why to prosecute Hillary Clinton. And he did not refer that case. He gave evidence upon evidence that she broke the law and then ignored the law. Ignored the fact that there is no intent within the federal statutes. And that's what he said. She didn't intend. But there is no intent clause. So yes, I do believe he should be investigated. I will wholeheartedly back that investigation up. And let me tell you, there's Republicans that want to see him resign too, Harry Reid. So, and I don't think he'll be there that long. They can't force him. Well, you know what? Yeah, I know the laws. But you also have to understand that there's other ways of getting things done. You don't have to force someone to resign, but you could put enough political pressure on them. Or I should say you can't fire the reigning FBI director, but you sure as hell can put pressure on them to resign. But this whole Russia shit is making Reed look like senile bastard he is. We need to name a band that. The Senile Bastards. Sorry, I think that would be a funny name. We are the Senile Bastards. What'd you say? I don't know. What are we doing up here on stage? With senile old bastard. Where those young kids are yelling at us? Quiet down. Sit down, kids. How you doing, Cal? I'm being a total goofball. And on that, you're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio. We will be right back.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our Gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's Bigfooted enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mud Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the Reaver of Common Sense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date on everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm making sense out of the senseless. Oh, long day. I know we had a new show. I wanted to get up. I meant to get up early. I didn't. Dang, I can't remember oh my God, that's bad promo. We got a bunch of new shows that are premiering today. Dang it. Now that's going to be... I'm doing pretty good, Cal. I'm doing pretty good. Except for I was going to do a promo and I totally forgot the friggin' names of the shows. Because I'm an idiot like that. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'll have that information in a few minutes. Hey, I never said I was a professional. I make mistakes all the time. And yes, Kel, I love that. I want it. That would have been perfect for me. Yeah, but there's no bouncer in it. That would have been me. I'd have been the bouncer in the corner. It's a joke that Fisher-Price has the baby bartender kit. Comes with a bar and stools and fake beer bottles. But then again, there would have to be stripper poles put in and all that for the bouncer part. And that's a joke. I've DJ'd at a strip club. I've bounced at a strip club. When you work EMS, you have a lot of free time. And, okay, let's get to some information. The Shannon, or the Right Way with Shannon and Mike, mornings, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning. And I'll have the other show. It just debuted this morning. And from what I'm hearing, it is damn good. But it's the Shannon and Mike show every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I told you guys a couple weeks ago, we are growing. We are growing here at SHR. We have a bunch of new live shows. A bunch. BZ has his own show. I think it's Tuesday and Thursdays. I want to say 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And now we do have another show that's premiering in where is it? Sean's a little Sackhead Sean's a little under the weather right now. And it's kind of funny because we have our own little chat that we use, and it's quite comical at times. Oh. Sometimes it feels stupid when we start talking about stuff like that and just totally off the reservation of what I'm supposed to be talking. Well, then again, there's no set conversation. But remember, premiering this way, this senile bastards will be playing at a theater near you, yelling at all the kids, "Get off my lawn!" All right, MSNBC, they are the last ones. The very, very last ones should say boo about fake news. I mean, just the fact that they have, who is it, Tom Williams? What the hell is that? Oh, my God, I am having such brain farts. Holy shit. Brian Williams, the man that was suspended for lying, putting himself in stories, and I'm sorry, I'm having so many brain farts today, and it's pissing me off. But he's at MSNBC now. He's leading the charge on the fake news. MSNBC, Sally Cohen was on Twitter recently screaming about fake news. Well, don't think she'll... Well, she probably will, because she probably ignored all that bullshit. Oh, not bullshit. Ignored the facts, I should say. Because everybody plastered her with their hands up, and she's on air with her hands up. And she pushed it even after it was proven. The gentleman, and I use that term lightly, that was with Michael, and pushed that lie. He admitted he lied about it. And then, oh my God, they kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. How about MSNBC, where they were pushing that Zimmerman was white? Even after it came out, he was Hispanic. And now MSNBC, I mean, there's a host. I could probably do a couple months worth of shows just on the false news that comes out of MSNBC. They now, this one, Fox News held a Christmas party at Trump's D.C. hotel. Even if so, who gives a shit? They could rent whatever place they want. I'm getting tired of that crap, too. And now you have football players that are... what the hell? Ooh, hold on. We got a promo. We got a promo for the right way. All right, here we go.
Good morning.
I'm Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Okay, folks, that's not how it goes. I think I'm Shannon, and you're so. Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. We are The Right Way with Shannon and Mike.
Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Live on SHR Media.
And on TECN.
Where we'll be talking about all kinds of things.
From sports and politics.
To food and entertainment.
To money.
Family.
And anything else in between.
Community, holidays, all kinds of things.
It'll be great. Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
There we go. Monday through Friday right here on SHR Media. But yeah, I'm getting sick. I mean, MSNBC is running with it. And they really need to change their name from MSNBC to We Are the DNC's Bitches. See, like, okay, I'm not a news agency. I'm not a news program. I am a talk show, I guess, best description. I pass on breaking news. I pass on whatever I want. And sometimes I even pass a little gas, but that's besides the point. Do I get some things wrong? Yes, I have. And when I've been shown that I was wrong, I have apologized here on air. And yes, I've done it several times where I've apologized because I gave the wrong information. MSNBC just ignores it and keeps pushing the lies. Actually, hold on. I got a smart-ass coming in. Nah, in all seriousness, I'm hoping Sean gets better quickly. He's a great guy. I don't just say that. I mean, what he's done for me, it means a lot, and I'll never be able to repay him for what him and Clinton have done for me. So, gotta bust his balls a little bit. I mean, he's joking around saying, being medicated right now because of this little accident he was in. And my comment was, isn't he normally medicated for sackhead show? Different kind of medication. I mean, one's liquid, one isn't. But hey, you're splitting hairs at that moment. Where are we at? Where are we at? All right. It is so... It's almost funny how they're flying on this fake news shit. It really is. It is I dubbed it last week, I think it was, the fake news syndrome. The fake news. Oh my God, the fake news syndrome. It's going to hurt us all. What do you think news has been doing for years? It's been pumping us full of fake news. But now what it's trying to do, it's trying to discredit and silence the truth so that they can decide what is fake, what isn't. So if it's something that they don't agree with, they call it fake news. And it should end the discussion. It's another form of political correctness. And it is just out to silence the truth. They try to link in Fox and Trump together as being too cozy. What the hell do they have to say for them being in bed with Obama for 8 years? Can't even call him a hooker because at least a hooker knows when to get the hell out of the bed and go home. MSNBC still in bed. Obama's trying to leave and go to work and kick him out of the room, and they don't want to leave. Even CNN's waking up a little bit. They still piss me off a lot, but at least they're waking up a little bit. They're going a little bit back center. I said little. They kind of like do these little signs of life every now and then. CNN's like, all right, party's over, guys. Party's over. Time for us to get going. Friggin' dipshits are going, yep. Yeah, we're going to stay here. We're going to stay in bed with, we're going to stay in bed. Oh my God, people. Come on, wake up. It's time to go. It's time to start reporting news again. But you're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio. And we will be right back.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. And we also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's big-footed enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the Reaver of Common Sense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date on everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back as I screw up the buttons on the board. Welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense show. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. I mean, seriously, this fake news shit is really getting old real fast. They have no shame. No, they don't. They have no shame at all. Oh, it's... And they're not even really hiding that they're in bed with any politicians anymore. They just do it and just go. Oh, that's just a right-wing conspiracy. That's the other thing. And it's been going on for a while now. It's a right-wing conspiracy. We don't like what you said. Oh, it's a right-wing conspiracy. I've been doing it back. I've been hitting them back, left, right, and center. Oh, that's a left-wing conspiracy. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. They said it was true. No, it's just a conspiracy. Oh. No, it's a conspiracy against the right wing. Oh, my God, the left wing and their crazy stories. I mean, I'm giving them their same medicine anymore. I don't do the attacking, cussing. I'm a little bit... Well, I like going above them on that because it's so much fun. It pisses them off. Because they were told that Republicans are mean and nasty. And the ones that are the friggin' left. Do we have our nut jobs on the right? Hell yeah. Do we have nut jobs on the left? Yes. Oh, man. Then you have a Sam Stein, who was on MSNBC's Morning Joe on Friday. Huffington Post senior political editor stated that he doesn't think fake news contributed to Democrat presidential nominee, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's loss. He thinks that it played a role in the conversation of the election. He thinks fake news is a big problem. Look at your own goddamn newspaper. Huffington Post is nothing more than the Inquirer anymore. Well, the Inquirer that only attacks the Conservative Party as opposed to the Inquirer who just sits there and reports on the Queen is giving the throne to a Martian. And the co-hosts, Mika and, Joe Scarborough, push back that fake news has been a problem for years and isn't a new phenomenon. It isn't. It's been going on for years. It's just now that they want to make an excuse for Hillary Clinton. There's fake news all around. It's been there for years. These click sites, these clickbait sites that come up with these witty headlines to get you to click, they've been around for a long time now. It's nothing new. Nothing is new with that. But it's a new thing that they can blame because they got to get off the racist issue because the American people pretty much told them to pound sand on that shit. The sexist, all the isms and the phobias, people are tired of. The identity politics that people are getting tired of. Maybe Maybe, because if you hear it now, you don't hear the white supremacists anymore, or really not that much coming out about all the picks. Now it's the unqualified. Unqualified, he's unqualified. There, and I love it. I got into it with somebody. Well, Trump is not qualified to be president. Can you show me the list of qualifications to be president? Well, you tell me what makes him qualified. No, I asked you. You're the one making the assessment that he is unqualified. Show me the list of the qualifications. I can show you the requirements, because what you're doing is you're making an opinion. You're making a decision based on your opinion. Well, he's never held office before. We're not supposed to have career politicians. If they wanted you to be a career politician or haven't held office before, it would have been one of the requirements. It would have been in the Constitution. This qualification, and he's not qualified. Is he perfect on foreign affairs? No. Was it Obama? Hell no. What presidents do? Presidents aren't to know everything. I've said it for years now. And I learned it because I inadvertently was doing it and was pointed out multiple times to me. As a deputy chief, I didn't have all the goddamn answers. But I surrounded myself with the best people I could find on the subjects. And that's who I surrounded the chief officers with. And that's what a president does. Or a good president is supposed to do. Surround himself with the right people. And that's what Trump will do. I'm positive on it. And yes, I'm that positive that he will surround himself with the people that he needs to be surrounded by. Because that's what great leaders do. And Obama did not do that. He had to be the smartest man in the room. And that's the impression I got, and that's my opinion. I have a right to it. And I get tired of this being attacked because this is how I feel. This is how he appears to run the government, that he has to be the smartest man in the room. And that's not the way things are done. It never works out good that way because he's not as smart as he appears to be. He doesn't have all the answers. He might be good at going up there giving speech. I'll admit, he's great at giving speeches. He is. He knows how to talk. He knows how to charm people. He knows how to make people feel good about whatever it is he's talking about. Listen, the guy's good at it. I'm not going to take that away from him. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit there and fool myself into thinking he's something he's not. He's not a good leader. Never has been. Never will be. So don't... Listen, nobody knows how Trump is going to be. Nobody. And don't tell me, well, these experts, this is what they're saying. They were wrong for the past 18 months on Trump. I wasn't. I've been dead on so far. And yes, I'm doing a little bragging. Yes, I can brag a little bit. Has anything changed at the VA that Obama promised would happen. Nothing's changed. Staff at a Veterans Affairs hospital in Florida left the body of a veteran in a shower for 9 hours after the veteran died, and the proper pickup procedure to the morgue weren't followed. 9 hours. This hero was left in the shower. The horror stories after horror stories after horror story that are coming out from some of these VA. Are all the VAs like it? No, I'm not going to kid myself and say, yes, they're all bad. It's disgusting. To leave a veteran that's passed away because a bunch of I don't want to it's make the wrong statements, but I don't think there's a goddamn excuse for that. But Obama said he was going to correct all the problems with the VA, and he didn't correct shit. I mean, until we can get a lot of this fixed, why can't our government go just for an emergency enactment? We are giving these medical cards out. You go to the medical facilities you need to go to. The bill will be sent to the United States government. We got fucking Obamacare that's supposed to cover everybody for everything. Why can't we do it for our vets? And give them access to wherever they want to go. If they can't make it, if there's a VA hospital that the waiting list is too goddamn long, well, he can go to any medical facility he chooses. Or her, excuse me, that was sexist of me. Until we can overhaul the VA system. But of course, we know how our government would be. That would be forgotten in 5 minutes. It's same bullshit, different day. But, of course, all we hear from our president right now is he's going to fix things. He's going to get to the bottom of things. He's going to get to the bottom of things. He's going to get to the bottom of things. But yet he never gets to the bottom of anything. I have yet to see him to get to the bottom of squat. And it just pisses me off. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio. And we will be right back after these brief messages.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. And we also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's big-footed enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the Reaver of Common Sense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date on everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe. Right now I got Crash busting my balls. Oh, I don't know what to think of all this that's going on. This one, and this was nice to see. In Texas, I had reported, this is going back a while. How you doing, Ken? A mosque got burned down in Texas. And, of course, mainstream media jumped all over it being they jumped all over it saying how it was the conservatives. It's this racist anti-Muslims. And it turns out they found. No, Ken, I don't know if you meant that for Kel, but I'm an Eagles fan. Unfortunately, we're getting our ass kicked. Real quick on that, I got to laugh because damn headset. I remember back in the time, just a few years ago. And the fans were all over Chip Kelly. All over Chip Kelly. And so they fired. This I don't understand. Second year, he's given control as GM. He starts making changes to what he wants. And they fire him. I'm sorry, you can't fire a coach, any coach, at least for 3-4 years. You got to give them time to change things to what they need. But everybody went all over Chip Kelly. It's Chip Kelly's fault. Sort of like down here in Tampa for the Bucks. Oh, they jumped all over Greg Schiano. Jumped all over him. Yeah, they're just starting to, 3 years later? Starting to turn the team around. I get tired of some of these fans too. The ones that are supposed experts. And my point is, it's the Eagles are doing shit this year. They're doing no better than Chip Kelly's team. So it's. Everybody thought this was the magic year, magic cure-all. It wasn't. But yes, I can't believe I'm actually rooting for the Cowboys this year. And just because I like Dak. Dak looks like he is going to be the future of the Cowboys. The kid looks real. Tony Romo never believed in the guy was all hype, and that's it. Oh, he's the greatest. He's the top quarterback. He hasn't done shit. when it came down to those important games, he choked. Every time, without fail. Yeah, Dak is real. And Dak is like, holy shit. I'm like, damn. First game I saw him, like, this kid's going to be something. I mean, Carson Wentz, yeah, they're having some rough time. They got it. When you got guys that aren't blocking for you, yeah. Carson Wentz is going to be, he's going to be up there too. But Dak is the real goddamn deal. And that's why I have respect for the Cowboys right now. Under Romo was a fake. You think, I don't know. I don't know if a team will touch him. Do you know where I think Romo's going to be great? Offensive coordinator. That is where Romo's going to win his Super Bowl. And Carson, I mean, I'm impressed by him. The kid's good. We also got to get some wide receivers that know how to, hold on to a ball, catch the ball. I'm no means an expert in football. I'm hockey. My team is hockey, or I should say my sport is hockey. I love it. I am a diehard Philadelphia Flyers fan. That's the thing, Ken. When you're in New Jersey, when you're Central and South Jersey, you're a Philadelphia fan. When you're North Central and North Jersey, you're a Giants and Devils fan and so forth. But when you're on that South, you're real close to Philadelphia, so you end up rooting for Philadelphia teams. And that's I'm actually born right outside of Philadelphia, but I'm a Flyers. Right now we got a 9-game winning streak. I know they can't do 10. They can't. I know the luck that they have. But hockey to me, and I'm getting tired of some of these fans. Look at that check. That was mean. That was mean. We can't have that. That's too rough. Shut up. I remember back in a time, I think it was late 80s, early 90s, and there was a lot of bitching about the high wages for any sports figure. And all of them came forward, said these are rough sports. At any moment, our career, our lives can end, so we deserve the high payment. Okay. All right. Yeah. And now you got them all complaining and whining about the dangers of the game. All right, you want to make it safer. You want quarterbacks protected more. You don't want checking in the game. You don't want fighting in hockey. Let's start dropping their salaries. Let's start dropping it to current spot. You want it safer, then you don't need the high wages to play those games. You know what? When they didn't have helmets, Ken, you really didn't have a lot of head injuries back then because they were a little bit more cautious. I mean, they hit hard back then, yeah. But they knew there was no helmets, so they were more cautious with each other, and they took less risk because they knew the person didn't have a helmet. You didn't want to slew foot him and put him on his ass and chance he slams the back of his head. You were more careful. You didn't board a player because you knew he didn't have a helmet, and you know it could kill him at that point. And same with football. You start putting all this padding and everything and all this equipment on them. Psychologically, you're thinking you're invincible, and you're going to go out there and you're going to be taking more leisures on hits. I mean, I'm not saying we shouldn't have checking and all that, but the more equipment you do, yeah, fights were way better back then. Well, Broad Street Bullies, was beating the shit out of everybody, so they had to stop the fights. Philadelphia, we showed them how to fight. And I love that because I got in a discussion with somebody, and he was still going on about how we're the Broad Street Bullies, we're a dirty team and all this. Number one, it wasn't a dirty team for fighting back then. That was kind of how hockey was. And it seems like, and sorry, Cal, I hear it the most out of Canadians. We got to take fighting out. That's mean. We don't want fighting. Let's take some of the hitting out. We shouldn't have as much checking. No fighting. We can't have that. Question, wasn't the Canadians that invented hockey and kind of like had the fighting in it? That wasn't an American thing. That was a Canadian thing, and that's a good thing. I like it. Yeah. There was some neat. Actually, I saw about 10 years ago, I think it was. It was in that AHL, like the minor leagues, and the player actually got arrested on the ice, but he took his stick and swung it at another guy's head, and it was a vicious attack that was nowhere near even hockey related, and he ended up getting arrested. Listen, I want to watch ice hockey, not nice hockey. If I want to see players with tutus on, doing pirouettes and spinning, I'll watch, I'll go watch the ice dancing, whatever the hell it's called. I can't think of it today. I'm having a lot of brain farts. But, I want to watch hockey. I like the physicality. I like the fast pace. I like the hitting. And it's... I don't want to see a fight every game, but sometimes let the players police themselves. And that's what fighting mostly was. It was policing. You do a bad hit on our star player, well, our guy is going to come out and beat the ever-living crap out of you or one of your guys. And they were less prone to taking cheap shots now that you're trying to take fighting out. And I forget, he played for Detroit Red Wings. He was a Russian. And he said why he wanted out of the Russian league so bad. Because if you fight, you get suspended like 10 games. They don't want fighting. The league ended up folding. And what was happening, it turned into the KHL, actually. And he said what happens is you had so many stars in Russia, but their careers ended because you had goons out there were taking cheap shots. Yes, they would get a penalty. They'd get suspended for a game. But they were ending guys' careers because what could you do? You couldn't go out and fight him. He had free reign to do whatever he want. Get a 2-minute penalty as opposed to the guy's career is over. He's like being here in America playing where they police themselves. And if you went to take a cheap shot on a star player, you were going to get your ass whooped. Now, of course, we can go to Philly back in the day, back in the 90s, we had our star guy. He was also one of our top fighters, in Eric Lindros. Point being, we got these too many whining bastards nowadays. This liberalness is now creeping into our sports. Where we got to have no violence, no hitting. Pretty soon in hockey, it's going to be, can I take the puck from you? Do I have permission to take the puck from you? No? Okay, maybe next time you'll give me the puck. Oh. And I don't know. The sports figures, they need to stop with whining about the game and everything. And also doing political campaigns. That's still pissing me off with Kaepernick, Yes, you have freedom of speech, but you're also at a job. And I don't know too many jobs where you can piss the customer base off and keep your job or expect to keep your job. If I go to Walmart and start preaching stuff that pisses off half the customers and they leave and never come back, I don't get to say, well, it's my freedom of speech. I'm holding a protest. They're going to go, you're fired. Get the hell out of here. Well, it's no different. These sports people are employees. And when you piss the customer base off, and I don't know why the NHL is being so quiet on it. I don't understand. I've seen them suspend players because they've made comments on their bases, not agreeing with the, gays and, 5 sacks, 4 yards passing and still paid $20 million. It's ridiculous. But they make a comment that, and I've seen some of these comments, and they weren't bashing or hateful. They just expressed their opinions, and they were suspended. Didn't lose any viewers over it. You have Kaepernick, who's, viewership is down. How bad with the NFL right now? It's at one of its lowest points. NFL has to refund money to the sponsors. Well, they're refunding it to the networks. The networks are refunding it to the sponsors. Most people don't realize there's clauses within those. When you go and pay millions of dollars for a commercial, you're promised X amount of viewership. 33%. Thanks, Ken. And yes, I have the great Ken, the exceptional conservative, in my chat room today. I'm honored. But when you have to promise X amount of viewerships for those commercials, you have to justify, that high charge. And when they don't get those numbers, they gotta refund the company back. And who do you think that network's going to go after? They're not going to eat the cost because they have promises with their contracts that they paid the NFL. That networks are customers of NFL. They bought a product off of them. And right now, the NFL is not producing that product. It's not good, people. I mean, how long before the NFL steps up and says, guys, knock this shit off? It's not a place for protest. And I forget, there was a sports figure that said about Kaepernick, he either needs to become a revolutionary full-time or stick to being a quarterback. One or the other. He can't do both at the same time. It's not going to work. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio. We will be right back after these brief messages.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. And we also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's big-footed enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet. Via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
of business. That you didn't build that.
A team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the Reaver of Common Sense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date on everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm making sense out of the senseless. I got this article. I just found it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. But it goes on more about this fake news crap and the Russians. The Russian, it's really... Hillary Clinton loves to reference that there are 17 intelligence agencies that back up the claim that it's Russia. What she doesn't tell you is they say it's a Russian-style tactic being used. It's not Russia, a Russian-style tactic. Talk about fake news. She twists exactly what's being said. Nobody's been able to confirm. There's speculation that it's Russia. Now, one thing everybody has to remember when Obama comes out with these intelligence reports, he's done it in the past. He's outright lied about the intelligence reports for political gain. The ultimate fake news that comes from our president on a daily basis. I've seen the Obamacare commercials. You can get it for as low as $100 a month. Bullshit. $700. $700. And then there's still like a $20,000 deductible. And that's the part that people don't understand, that you're really being lied to. Yeah, you might get those real cheap monthly payments, but the deductible is going to stick it right up your ass. Or stick it up your crawl. And I'll go more over this Russia stuff because it is absolutely ridiculous what's going on. Russia. There is zero, zilch confirmed reports. And I love it because I got these conversations with idiots. Oh, it's confirmed. And they're showing me articles. I'm like, do you even fucking read the articles? suspected, accused. One even said the head of the intelligence did not, they called it a statehood hack. Oh, that's Russia. How do you know? Then the guy's like, well, who else could it be but Russia? I was like, let's see. Well, we got North Korea, who's been hacking our power grid for 8 years now. You have China, who's been hacking us nonstop for God knows how long now. Yes, you do have Russia in that list. You also have Iran in that list. Let's see, who else could it be? Could it be Israel paying back Obama? Because Obama interfered with Israel's election unsuccessfully, but he still tried to influence the election in Israel. So could that be Israel paying us back? Could be. It was in Israel's best interest. I'm not accusing them. I was asked for a list of who could it be. And we can go to anonymous. We can go to, just hackers in general. Turkey, that's another one. I mean, the list goes on and on of who can it be. India just wanting to fuck with us. There's so many others, and who could they be talking about? Very easy. They can talk about other. You got Russia on the brain. You're blinded. You got blinders on. I will give the guy credit. He didn't argue that point, and he did concede that there is other possibilities. And I was even talking to my dad. My dad was Coast Guard, and I hate saying this because I'm not trying to insult the Coast Guard. But one of the 17 agencies listed is the U.S. Coast Guard Intelligence Agency. Even my dad whipped around and looked at me. He goes, "You're joking." I said, "No." Hell, could have been Canada fucking with us. Because Trudeau is pretty much by himself now. I know Merkel's still there, but she's kind of on the fence. I don't think, unless they rig that election, I don't think she's winning a re-election. So the only one of these globalist, progressive socialists pretty much left is Trudeau, so he might have wanted some help, some backup. But the list of 17 agencies is absolutely... Sorry, I used to have that list. And no, U.S. Yeah, 17 agencies did say... No, they accuse... the U.S. intelligence community is one of them. Damn it. You know, I love this. USAA says 17 agencies really did say Russia was behind hacking. And, yeah, that's pretty much the whole article. I'm trying to find the list, the actual list, because I used to have it. You think so, Kel, or do you think he can win again? And I'm asking honestly. I mean, has he pissed off that many people? Okay, so the list of basically what the 17 is, it's 16 agencies to make up the Office of where is it? U.S. Intelligence Community. Good. I would love to see it, Cal. I would love to see this globalist measure. And I've said it time and time again. And he did. He ruined Canada. I was saying this back in the primary season. It is not anymore like right versus left. You know, conservative versus Republican. It's more nationalist, populist, whichever term you want to goddamn use, versus globalism. It's the people versus globalism. And that's what it comes down to. I was actually talking about something like that, Kel, and I don't like to speak for other countries, but I was talking to my parents and my wife about how Trudeau kicked off all those military personnel off of 3 bases and gave all the housing to, Syrian Muslims. That had to piss off a large majority of Americans. That right there, I think would, in America, that would have pushed over the limit. And I think that's where Trump really excelled also. He excelled at several points. One of them was his love for the military. That really helped his. But back real quick to this, the list of the intelligence community. Air Force intelligence, Army intelligence, the CIA, Coast Guard intelligence, Department of State, Department of Homeland Security, Department of Energy, Defense Intelligence Agencies, Department of the Treasury, DEA, FBI, Marine Corps Intelligence, National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, never fucking heard of that one before, NSA, Navy Intelligence, and National Reconnaissance Office. Really, that's who's saying, or again, they say that it's a Russian-style tactic being used for the hacking of the DNC, which means anybody. And there's a lot of groups that don't like what's going on. They don't. And the problem is our politicians are not listening. They're not. They think they could do whatever the hell they want, and us peons are just going to fall in line. Well, what happened? We didn't. We didn't fall in line. We actually were able to band together, and this is what pissed me off. Well, you see, we don't elect anybody. We have no control over it. Then tell me, how do we have Trump? Someone explain to me how we have Trump if we do not have control over our election. Because I think that just proved that we control who we elect. Maybe for years we've allowed certain agencies and groups to manipulate us into voting a certain way. But this showed when we want, we can stand up. Well, at least on the RNC side. The DNC, well, with the superdelegates. And that's what's funny. The DNC is complaining about the electoral vote right now from the people that have the superdelegate status. And they control basically whoever they want to elect. It's like, damn, people. Nobody pays attention to what they're actually doing or saying. Idiots. Idiots. Drives me up a wall. Well, it doesn't help, Cal, that how much money were they giving the Muslims that were being put on those bases? I mean, it's ridiculous how much money they were giving them. I understand they think they're doing what's best. I understand that. But to treat your military like that, I think that even what's even dumber is his idea that, hey, we're going to stop the fight against ISIS. We're going to send them cards in the mail of hugs and love, and that'll stop them from attacking us. Oh. And you know what I found funny is Obama's recent statement. I really looked into that statement, and technically he's not lying. That there's been no actual terrorist organization attacks on the United States. he really played with the language, because technically, actually, no, there has been ISIS here that they say are officially part of the group. It was planned and attacked. So, no, I'm going to retract that. But it's a scandal one. I looked at that one real in depth. And he said no personal scandal. You know, there was no scandal he was sleeping with anybody or doing anything behind closed doors. So I'll give him a little bit truthful on that one. But I love how he played it to make it sound like his whole administration has had no scandals. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio, Speaker, YouTube, and iTunes. And we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's big-footed enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet. Via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on SHRmedia.com and HighPlainsDailyNews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the Reaver of Common Sense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. Some days it's a daunting task. Some days it's easy. But don't forget, if you want a kick-ass t-shirt, go to reaver.one and click on the shop button. Check out all the different t-shirts we have. We have many, 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 and a huge selection. So, let's see, where are we? Oh, I got talking about the mosque that burned down in Texas. Well, see, this is why I never listened to all the bullshit, because it ends up, it was, well, one of its own members. And it seems to be a very common thread when it comes to Muslims. To try to gain sympathy, they'll burn down their own mosque and have it blamed on opposing groups. Well, didn't work. And then we're hearing those incidents pop up more and more in the United States. And the left jumps right on and tries to blame us on the right. But it hasn't worked. It has not. He pled guilty, so at least he had the balls to do that. He pled guilty. He's going to serve time. I'm surprised they haven't screamed that it was racist to charge him. I'm sure if they could, they would. Sorry, I'm looking at something. So whenever there's this anti-Muslim issue that happens, is there some people that do it? Yes. Again, are all Muslims bad? No. I've talked about it ad nauseum. But because of this fanaticism that's with the Muslims, I don't trust any of these reports when they first come out. I don't. I don't think I'm ever going to believe because there's been too many of these false flags put up. In the name of pity us, show pity us while we slit your throat. Damn. I didn't mean to say that out loud. inside voices sometimes go outside voices. He's going to get off with his time. He could have got worse. He could have been looking at 99 years in prison or life. But, I mean, arson is normally a second-degree felony punishable by 2 to 20 years in prison, but it is elevated to a first-degree felony because it was, he set fire to a place of worship. And that's, sorry, to me, no religion is worth me going to jail over. And it's not saying that I don't believe in anything, but I'm not going to wrap myself in a building. I wrap myself around my belief. And I'm always open about it. I'm not into mass religions. I'm into, this is my thought, this is what I feel I have between God and myself, and that's what I go by in life. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the one that have to answer to God when I go to meet him. I don't like to answer to other men on my religious aspects. Everybody has a right to their own. But these groups, when they get fanatical and start telling you how you have to think, that's when it really worries me, and no, I can't back that up. And if this was a Protestant group, I'd be blaming the Protestants. If this was a Jewish group, I'd be blaming the Jews. I'm sure I'll get an anti-Semitic comment like I got the other day. I'm still laughing over that. And some people don't get it, but my best friend, Crash, he understands it, and he laughs when I get called anti-Semitic. And I got it as a bouncer. I'm a big guy, bald. Oh, you're a skinhead. No. Oh, yeah, you are. You can't prove it. Yeah, I can. I married into a Jewish family, you jackass. So how do I hate Jews when I married into a family? I've gone to all the Jewish holidays. I've done it. I put a smile on and did what I was supposed to do as my in-laws. I love them. But, it just makes me laugh how they automatically jump to you're against everything. Well, you know what Fox is getting tired of? The employees are getting tired. Megyn Kelly. Several people are saying, and top executives are saying they need to cut her loose and cut her loose now. We all know she wants to go to CNN. She almost went to CNN last contract, but Fox offered her a little bit more money. So you know what? If you want to go, go. See, I wouldn't play those games. You want to play that? Fine. You don't want to be here? Bye-bye. But it seems everybody in the building is sick of it, and they can't stand her anymore or stand the situation. And she's got this tour of it's all about me. I'm the victim. She's whining. They had to change her book at last minute. She went from standing up for Roger Ailes, saying it was lies, all that about the accusations. Now, with her book, all of a sudden, I can make money on it. Let me throw in about Trump and how he's bullying me. She starts using all these left-wing liberal key phrases in her book. Last minute, they had to change it so she can add this stuff in. And she thought, it's going to take off. Well, by the sounds of it, she's not doing as good as she had hoped. It's kind of Carl's Jr.'s newscaster. She's a joke anymore. She let fame go to her head and thought she was better than she actually was. She actually had a good show going there. but she went the CNN way. And that's how her show is anymore. So if she wants to report like that, let her go. So I feel sorry for the people in the building because, and it's the other thing is I'm going to be poisoned remark. And now she's trying to deny it, but supposedly the first debate, someone attempted to poison her. The ramblings of the left is pretty funny. Let's see. New York Times is admitting they didn't get the anxiety that was in the public and they didn't understand the religion. Well, your left wing, they don't understand that anymore. Trying to go over, we almost out of time. Gavin Newsom, who's the lieutenant governor for California, says the Trump's election is a leap backwards for states with stringent gun control. Yeah, it is. If the national reciprocity of concealed carry permit gets passed, well, that's going to really screw up California. Because you have states like Utah where you don't have to be a state resident. I believe it's Utah where you can go get a concealed carry permit and not be a resident. So Californians can go to Utah, get that permit, and then legally carry in California. It goes to show with the high amount of violence that happens and murder rate that happens in California, they don't want their citizens to be able to protect themselves. They want them at the mercy of the government. And this is how stupid the liberals are. It's with the national reciprocity of concealed carry. They said they're going to just stop it. They're going to fight it. They're going to make sure it doesn't get put through. If they had a half a brain, they would say, you know what? We've been pushing agendas for increased background checks, no fly, no buy. Why don't we try to leverage the national concealed carry and try to get some of that put in to make that happen? No, they want it their way and no way. They don't want a workout compromise. Not that I want any of that stuff, but that would be the smart way for them to go. And it might actually help them on their agenda because, hey, look, we finally got some of this through. We worked and we didn't get exactly what we want, but we pushed. No, they want it their way and their way only. They're like little children. Holy shit. The day just blew by today. Like I say, some days it drags on and other days it's like poof. I will see everybody tomorrow. I think we got another premiere. I never did get the name of the show, but we have a premiere tonight. SHR is blowing up. I will try to have a full list for you tomorrow of all the shows and times. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense. Oh, want to thank Ken the Conservative for being here. 9 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time, right here on SHR. Ken the Exceptional Conservative. Check out his show. One day I hope to be as good as Ken. I really do. And I suck at sales. Everybody knows that. I always say what I think. Everybody have a great day. See you tomorrow. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. You can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on hppundit.com and shrmedia.com.